she's not a dirty girl. I thought it would be, you know, so bad. But, oh yeah. God, there is nothing that replaces that sound, man. Oh, what a beautiful sound. What a beautiful truck. All right. I'll give you my first impressions on this 2027 Ram TRX. Guys, before we get into today's video, we got to talk about the giveaway that's going on the channel. And right now, we've launched combo entries. This is the first time that we're putting the Ram 2500 diesel together with the dual Challenger giveaway. So if you want to win the 2020 Hellcat Challenger with that 1973 Challenger project car and a 2024 diesel 2500 Ram, which is factory deleted, by the way, because it used to be an Air Force truck. If you'd like to win or get the same amount of entries on both, now you can do it. And they're up at the original amount of entries that you could get on the Ram 2500 when we launched it. So you can get 250,000 entries per $1 spent over on the website at tksgarage.bigcartel.com. Whether you're picking up scan tools or any hand tools, any of the stuff, now you can do it. Link in the description down below. And the 1000X multiplier is back. If you pick up the air fresheners, you see it's not sold out anymore. There is new stock up. You get a 1000X multiplier. If you pick up any of the black ice air freshener trees, those are now up as well. Link in the description down below, tksgarage.bigcartel.com. All right, so this is the Ram TRX. And I'm going to give you my thoughts and impressions on this thing after about 24 hours with it. Man, we need this in Vegas so bad. So, what do I think about this this big dog, huh? And I don't mean dog in like it's slow or it's whatever. And it's hot because I just got done doing my walk, but like that supercharger, that Hellcat whine, man, is never ever gonna get old, man. The 777 horsepower that this thing puts out over the old TRX, can you really feel the difference? To be honest, and I've driven a few because you know we've done several of them as giveaway trucks, right? I've driven a few, and to be honest, I couldn't really tell you a difference between the older TRX and this TRX. Maybe like from a dig or something, you know. But if anything, it might be subjective. But I will tell you this: this thing is sure fun to drive, and it's a lot better in gas mileage than I think a lot of people think. You know, I had to drive it from Detroit, you know, to go take care of the stuff, and I was averaging like 15.5 to 16 miles per gallon in this thing, or about, if I stayed at the same rate the whole way, almost about 500 miles to a tank. Now, granted, it's $130 to fill this thing up with premium, but it's kind of worth it, to be honest. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I have really enjoyed my time with this truck so far. And I'm going to have it for the next, a little bit over a week, right? Taking care of some of the stuff I got to take care of, and then dream cruise going back up to Detroit and doing all that. It's I'm gonna enjoy it. But my initial very first impressions, because that's what this video is supposed to be about, great power. Love the way that this thing stops. I do feel like the braking in this is much better than the previous generation. I am a fan of the digital screens. The bigger screen, which is, this is new, I guess. The 14 something plus inch screen instead of the 12-inch screen. But just that instant, it's just there, is so nice. Like, it just doesn't get old. It just doesn't get old. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, that's a big ass truck, it's got to be hard to drive. No, I think this is actually shorter than my limited Longhorn. And I have zero problems parking this damn thing. Like, absolutely none. Like, it does what it needs to do, man. I have no problems driving it. I have no problems parking it. I'm gonna let this lady get out. I have no problems driving it, no problems parking it. It just does what I need it to do. You're not buying this thing, obviously, to save on gas. You're buying this thing for performance and to, have fun or whatever with it. That's what this is for. And I gotta be honest, so far, I'm enjoying it. All right, so let me talk a little bit about this thing. So I've had to put a couple 100 miles on it. I had to go take care of some family stuff. And then I'm going back into Detroit. I'll be up there for a dream cruise before I fly out and fly back home. But, so I've done a couple things with this truck, and I haven't, put it completely through its paces yet, but just some of the things that I've noticed. All right, so the original TRX, which you guys know, I've owned several of those, had that, just over 700 horsepower, right? This one has 777. Do I notice a difference in day-to-day use of the extra horsepower? No. In fact, and I haven't tested this yet, so I'm not going to say that it's slower. In fact, it might be faster, higher end up than the older one. Now, getting there, I feel like the older one might be quicker. I don't know if they changed something in the tune and the way the transmission shifts. I will say this about the newer TRX. Whatever the software is that they're using for the traction control, when you're in like wet or soft sand, like I was out on the lake today, it definitely, I don't have to put it into, I didn't have to go like for low and lock and do all the other, I was able to just drive it, man. It just figured it out. And the older TRX, like if I had enough, if the condition was crappy enough, I would have to manually, which is, it's not a problem. It's just the convenience of the computer that's in the newer one is definitely different. Let me tell you something else that's, I think, cool. Everybody's talking about, oh, it's got the technology, it can see if you're drunk and blah, 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 blah. Well, no, it can't. At least hasn't been my experience. Now, will it tell you if you're getting drowsy? Yeah, if you keep looking down at your phone or doing something else in the truck, yes, it will tell you that you're getting drowsy. It doesn't make you pull over. The vehicle never became disabled. Is that technology in the truck, to be honest with you? I don't know. I do know that it does have those, you can see it at nighttime when I have the camera on it. If you're on my Instagram, you've seen this. And it looks like it's got two little red dots and then two other red dots, and it's using infrared, similar to what an iPhone uses for Face ID, to look at your eyes and make sure that your eyes are facing forward. Now, not going to tell you that this is something that you should be doing, but the truck literally will drive itself if it's on an approved road. Now, in some of the areas that I've been in, back areas of Indiana, and for that part, Michigan, it will say not on an approved road. So, but if you're on an interstate, It's the closest thing that I've seen to Tesla autopilot yet. Now, I know GM has Super Cruise. I've never experienced it, so I can't tell you about that. I can just tell you how this performed. And I pretty much let the truck drive itself for over 150 miles. Didn't have one issue. It didn't make a mistake. You do have to manually click the gear, the selector to change lanes, like you put your turn signal on. Sorry, I was saying gear. Like, using a turn signal is so foreign to me as a BMW guy and also somebody from Boston that I couldn't tell you what to call that thing. I'm kidding. But you know what I mean. But yeah, you hit the button and then it will literally change the lane for you. Accelerates, goes around traffic. I've been genuinely impressed with that. I'm 24 hours in. I am going to get to the performance part. Fuel economy wise, which really doesn't freaking matter, I can tell you that. The first tank of fuel I ran on it, and I ran it completely full, was like almost 500 miles on the tank. Now granted, that's all highway miles, right? That's what it's projected. I still have like a quarter of a tank or whatever left, but I'm going to get somewhere around 460-esque miles to that tank at around 15.2 miles per gallon. Nobody cares about gas mileage. I'm only saying it because if you're somebody like me that draws a lot of driving because I choose to, flying right now sucks unless you use JSX, you fly private, or you have like first class priority book tickets. It sucks. I'm just telling you. Too many cancellations. The industry sucks right now. So for me, if it's within a 12-hour shot, I'd rather just drive. Especially if I have a vehicle like this that will just drive itself. You can't beat it. You really can't. And you guys have seen me do that in multiple of my vehicles. Between the Challenger and the BMW M5. I drive it all over the country. My Aspens, I used to go coast to coast in those things. But we will get to the performance part, so I'm going to get you the times. I'm going to let you know in the quarter if that thing is slower than the older Trackhawk. Tire for tire, right? Like, they got to be the same tires, same setup, all that stuff. And I got friends that have them. And when I get done here, before going back to Detroit, I'll be popping in at a spot during the week here, and I'll get that data for you. It could just be a feeling for me. It could be maybe the truck is just more smooth than the older one, so it feels more smooth, or maybe it feels slower. But we'll see. Looking at the times from stuff I've done myself, from the onboard stuff, it's like 0.2 of a second faster. But I'd rather use official instruments to measure that. So we'll check all that out. I'll give you my thoughts and impressions on driving it. Right now, the biggest thing for me is you definitely want some other type of step or something. I'm a big guy. It's easy for me to just hop my big ass up in there. Just grab the handle, pull yourself up. But maybe some like electric steps or something would be great on that truck. I know people think that's stupid, but I don't know. If I buy a truck like that outside of maybe driving on the beach or something at the lake, I'm really not taking that thing off road like that. But anyways, this is just my first impressions. First 24 hours with the truck. I will give you guys a full review on it. When it's all said and done, I'm probably going to have like 1,200 miles or so, 1,500 miles, something like that on this truck. And I can give you a proper, full thoughts and impressions on it. Right now, like if it gun to my head right now, if I'm like, oh, would I buy one for $100,000? Yeah, right now. Like, I missed that. I didn't realize how much I missed that instant power from that supercharger until I drove it. So it's been a while since I've had hellcat power, right? I mean, the Demon, yeah, I know you're, well, you got the Demon 170. Yeah, the Demon's different, but it's not a car I'm driving every single day. So this is something I would drive every day. Like, I'd put a shit ton of miles on something like that all day. Daily driving. I don't care about the gas mileage. Maybe that's going to be the name of the review. I don't care about the gas mileage. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. to any of my friends and family that are around Notre Dame. You might see me around campus or whatever tomorrow. And then I will be back up in Detroit. Like I said, I am going to be there for Dream Cruise. So if I missed you at Roadkill Nights and you want to link up with me, I will be there for that. So make sure you tap in with me, and I go home the next day. So I will be there. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.